What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I think we need to talk about this migration situation because we had a lot of things go back and forth with this, and I'll break down exactly what happened and where the disconnect comes from because there's a lot of people that are involved, and obviously I'm always in the middle of it somehow, some way, because I create YouTube videos and mine probably get the most clicks. And it's because I want to talk about situations that are probably touchy topics, right? And you can see that. So it always flows back to me, even though I'm asked the question and I respond to those. But since I have a certain way of doing maybe the thumbnails or a certain amount of people that are following, they see it. And, we end up asking more questions as time goes on. So the migration situation, right? We had an AMA recently to where a bunch of YouTubers asked questions. I don't know if you guys know. I'll just do a little bit of a recap. Basically, I asked questions about the ecosystem, and we understand that Clay asked a question about the ecosystem and about Shibarium, asking if Shibarium would create a brand new contract or a new coin or token or something like that, right? And their response, right? So I believe it was Queenie's response that said, yes, there will be a migration. And that's where people started to take the definition of migration and started to break it down, right? Then Tropheus had a response to if there will be a coin or a new coin or token, and he stuttered and said, yeah, let me get somebody to respond to you or reach out to you. And I don't know if somebody reached out to him. I haven't talked to Clay, but all I know is that those two responses by themselves brought a ton of DMs to me. So I had probably north of 20 DMs, and I'm not lying with this, 20 DMs that came through talking about what's the deal with this migration situation that's going on that I keep hearing about. It wasn't me that created the video and people were like, hey, what's going on with this migration situation? I got the DMs before I even made the video, right? And I was just like, this is pretty crazy that, people are thinking this way, because I didn't think anything of it until I, re-listened to it. I re-listened to it and I was kind of talking during that part. So maybe that's probably why I didn't, listen to it then. But yeah, I mean, people take the word migration and are thinking, maybe how Vault Inu is V2 or how, Safe Moon is V2, right? They started to apply it there. And the real definition of migration and how they look at it is they're migrating to Shibarium. It's not to a new coin or a new token. It's to Shibarium from where you're holding your Shiba Inu. So if you're holding your Shiba Inu in CoinMarketCap, or crypto.com or Coinbase Pro, wherever you're holding it, you're migrating over to this platform in order to, get those faster speeds, cheaper transaction times, cheaper transactions, faster transaction times, right? So both are the same, I guess. I kind of combine both of them. But yeah, I mean, that's basically the form or the definition of migration that they were holding on to. But now that we're holding on to this migration as V2, they come back and say there is no migration. So I guess that's where the disconnect actually is. And I do want to, obviously apologize in a way, but then again, not apologize as well, because I do think we deserve answers, right? If we get all of the detail, there's no speculation. I don't see the point in not giving out all of the detail because you're looking at people that are probably going to scam the token or throw out some sort of scam token. They're going to do it anyways, right? They don't have the following that you have, and we know where the official announcement would be, the official announcements, right? The official ecosystem. So if we know where that is, then you're not going to sit here and just say, oh, well, you know what? They're going to create all these scam tokens that are out there. Yeah, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they've already created something called Shibarium. I'm sure they've already created something called Shiba Inu 2 or something. I'm sure they've done something to where they want to scam as many people as possible. They're going to do that regardless. What we need is the detail. And even if it's to the point to where, and I know they brought it up in the AMA, saying that the YouTubers should have kind of like first dibs at information, not to share it with everybody, but to let everybody know that it's going to be okay. While people have questions about Shibarium and saying, what's going to happen with this, and is there going to be this, the YouTubers already know. The people that are leading the community already know. Now, you probably don't want to let me know. I'm very transparent, so I try to let everybody know everything. But if you truly don't want something out, I will be that person not to let it out. I just want to be transparent with the audience and let them know if things are going to be okay or not. If you're going to give me the information, I want to break down the information the way I want. So I know that probably wouldn't be good for anybody, because if it's ever anything negative, I will talk about how things could be negative throughout these times, which might not be good for investors. So I can see how there's like some sort of, I guess, conflict of interest in a way between the YouTubers and, the dev team for the ecosystem. Because if something is negative or positive, you could say, hey, something is positive, and then all of a sudden everything starts to rise because they know something you don't know. Kind of insider trading type of thing, and it's kind of weird. So I understand where the issues lie, but I think we do need details with these announcements. If you're going to say Shibarium is coming, what's included with Shibarium? Give us all the detail for Shibarium. You don't have to be insanely transparent. Just give us the detail there. And it's not saying that we have to be involved in the beta testing or anything like that. The information is what we want. That's all. And if we had that, there would be no speculation. And again, this didn't start with me. It just really all gravitated towards me because I created a video that got 9,000 views. And that's not even that many views. It's 9,000 views, but then a bunch of people, I guess, bombarded you with issues if there's going to be a V2 or something like that. And again, my response in that video was all questions. It's all about, will there be this? If there is that, then this is my response to that, or this is my reaction to that if we have this. So that was really the idea behind the video. Now, also, if you guys did say the word migration, right, in the AMA, and people keep going back to the AMA and saying, yeah, I heard it. And I feel like we just need somebody to come out and say, yeah, I misspoke. I mean, it doesn't hurt to say something like that. I did misspeak. I did it based on this definition and not this definition. It's not a new token migration. Now, what I do want to talk about is the information that I received. So I did get a lot of responses, which I'm really happy with Milkshake. Milkshake has been always responding to everything that I've had here, and I've been respectful to her. I try to be respectful to SHIB Queenie as well. There's some people that just, I guess, say very rude things, and it's okay. I have thick skin. It's fine. But those two have been very respectful, and so has, I can't remember her name. Somebody else has been very respectful, and I can't remember her name. You know who you are. Basically pointing me to the L2, basically layer 2 definition and breakdown. Now, with all of that, I know how layer 2 works. The only thing that I really wanted to know was the contract side of things behind the scenes, which a lot of those breakdowns don't really give you. They really just reiterate the same thing, which is, layer 1 is a congested line of transactions, to where transactions are slow and they cost more because you're doing them individually. And then you obviously package those transactions to something way bigger in the layer 2 solution to make it faster and make it cheaper. We understand that. But what I don't understand is the contract stuff behind the scenes, and how, the SHIB contract applies to the newer contract, or I guess network contract that's created, if that's true. I don't know that detail, and I will admit that I don't know that detail. And it's always great to be educated in that field, as long as you're going to educate me in that field and not just spew the same information. I don't want to waste my time and, be in a meeting or some sort of thing that they have together, and they just say, this is what a layer 2 solution is. I'm like, okay, I know what that is. Please break down the data in the background behind the scenes. Please do that. That's what I want to know. So, anyways, I wanted to make this video to say that there is no migration. So there's no full migration to where you're having a new token or new coin or whatever. There is a different definition of migration where you're migrating from a different platform over to the Shibarium platform. It doesn't mean that you own a new token. It means that you're on that new platform, right? You're trading within a platform with, a layer 2 solution versus, layer 1 Ethereum. So I just wanted to make that known. And I will say, It's not that I was wrong, because I'm speaking in hypotheticals over in that last video. But I do want to say that obviously I don't want to steer people in the wrong direction and say that Shibarium is going to be horrible. I just do not want Shibarium to be horrible, and I want the details, just like everybody else wants the details. If somebody asks a question and, it goes over the wrong way in the AMA, you have to make sure that, you kind of fix that. And I think they've done a great job with coming back and responding. And again, Milkshake has a full breakdown of what layer 2 is. And that's great that that's there. Again, it reiterates a lot of the things that I've already read and watched and been a part of. But again, if we can find a way, the earlier we can get the data behind the scenes or the information behind the scenes, that would be fantastic to know exactly how that applies and how all of the other ecosystem pieces are going to apply to Shibarium as well. That would be fantastic. But anyways, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. I appreciate everybody who was in all of these conversations here, because it wasn't just, me that was talking. There was a lot of people that were talking within these conversations. And I even sent out just a tweet to Queenie, to Milkshake, to Tropheus. Well, obviously not Tropheus main account because I'm still, blocked, but, to Archangel, and we had a lot of responses, and that's great. I really appreciate all of the responses that I got, and all of the engagement that we had from not only the community but also the ecosystem devs or leaders, right? So I appreciate that. Anyways, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one, and I will catch you guys in the next video.